Hey guys, part 2 here. Appreciate everyone watching the last video and watching this one. Just doing some FF9 playthrough. This is probably one of my favorite sections in the whole game, is the Evil Forest. You start to give it a little bit more freedom, and I just like the whole setting. I usually like the forest settings in a lot of games. Really cool. So just a quick recap of the last video. Tantulus and Zidane right there try to capture Princess Garnet from the kingdom. Turns out she wanted to be captured, but obviously her evil queen mom didn't want that to happen. And the airship they tried to escape on, they shot that thing down. It landed in the Evil Forest, which is right outside the kingdom. Yeah, right outside of it. Or right below it anyways, below the mountains. So the ship is completely screwed. Baku, the leader of Tantulus right there, and his loser friend Cinna and Blank are trying to get the fire under control here, trying to get situated. They always make the little stupid like gang signal thing. Have Cinna run and do stuff. Yeah, so they're trying to get the fire out. They're trying to save people. I like how he just power bombs that dead body. Those three guys are dead. I think they were part of the band anyways, or just randoms on board. I don't remember. Luckily we got a Moogle. That's good. We can save our game. Zidane was thrown off. He lived though. He's fine. They have active time events, ATEs. Basically, you can see what other people are in the game are up to, so you kind of have an idea what else is going on storyline-wise. I like those. They can get annoying when you don't care. You don't have to watch them later. Obviously, you have to watch this one to see what's going on with Vivi and Garnet. She's about to get attacked. And so you know that it's not just assumed, or you're not guessing. So I just wanted to save real quick. Phoenix down. You're definitely gonna need that at some point. Yeah, just gonna save real quick and just go out and find Vivi and Garnet. It's always nice to know how long you played for. Yeah, I'm at 52 minutes so far. Yeah, so I forgot you can't actually go on the ship yet until you go out and try to find people. Oh, the Evil Forest. How this brings back memories of last week when I played this game. Before then too. Yeah, so for those unfamiliar to this type of thing, it's, random battles, you're just running around and then enemies will show up. It's very much like the Pokemon games. Final Fantasy was first. So I got a preemptive strike on this wolf here, so I figured I would actually just steal items from it. Yeah, apparently the wolf had a potion, so okay, cool, I'll take it. Not complaining. I think if they ever remade this game, they made the stealing system like a little more in depth. Like the more you steal, the more you were successful at it, the better you got. I mean, if they made it a long progression, it would be really cool. It would add more to it. Definitely, I would definitely like to see that. Their attack is rush. I get that. I'm rush. Yeah, the active time battle thing. Kind of annoying. In 10 they fixed it, so like when you attack, now if everybody in your team attacks, it's their turn to attack. So there's less like dead air, so to speak, when you're in a battle. So that's something they ended up fixing. It is funny when they try to fix stuff in Final Fantasy games, and then like it ends up not working. They go back to it. Like in Final Fantasy 7. Your two characters in your party would walk into you, and it was really weird. people complained about that. So in Final Fantasy VIII, the 2 people that were in your party with you with Squall would follow you. So like you would be walking around and you would like you know, have these 2 guys following behind you, and then like if you're trying to get down like a ladder or stairwells, they would be like in your way. So that was kind of annoying. And in 9 they got rid of that. They went back to everyone just being in Zidane. So yeah, these are I'm just basically setting the equipment for Zidane, and you can learn specific things from that way. Yeah, so there's no one in my party to heal me. I gotta make sure I have health. Vivi. If only Vivi knew how strong he was. Vivi doesn't have the greatest health or strength, but it's definitely much better than Sinna's. And the fact that his black magic that he can learn is very, very impressive. Very useful. Vivi's too scared to fight. Yay, random battles. Yeah, so in this game, the special attacks are called trans. So basically, for those unfamiliar with it, you get like 2 or 3 turns where you have like a special attack, or your attack is just stronger. The pros to it is you get 2 or 3 turns with it typically, or you can get 2 to 3 turns with it. Keyword can. The con is you may not want to use it, or you may have already attacked before you got trans, so you're already set to attack. Like I may have tried to steal with Zidane, then got my, you know, trans, and then I already wasted one because I'm trying to steal and you can't like reverse your choice. And then on top of that, if you don't even need it, you'll waste it, and then you don't use it. Like in Final Fantasy 7, you could have a limit break, and then once you had that one attack, but you can save it for like 3, 4, 5 battles if you wanted. Yeah, so the free energy attack, you learn more as you go. I forget if it's weapon based or it's just like after you level up a certain amount. I don't remember that, so that's gonna be something I'll have to figure out. I could look it up, but I'd rather just kind of figure it out as I go. So that thing ran off Princess Garnet. Vivi's chilling and he's too scared to fight. Alright, now Vivi's caught. So Vivi's kind of got a fight here since he's captured. Yeah, so if you're watching this and maybe you're not an RPG guy, or you're just checking this out, or maybe you are big into RPGs, that's why you're checking out Final Fantasy IX. Is it your favorite RPG, or what is it rank? Like, if say this is, for me, this is my second favorite, and what's your first favorite? You know, if it's like maybe your third or fourth, what are games that you would put above it in terms of RPGs? Like, by all means, let me know in the comments, or hit me up on Twitter. Definitely love Twitter. I love responding. You know, just kind of hanging out. As you can see, my channel is a little smaller, so I'm hoping that you guys end up liking these videos and I can keep doing them, or have more incentive to do them. I know some of my good friends, you know, Renee, Esteban, my brother, my friend Bobby, all trying to, you know, want to watch the channel, support it, so I appreciate that. Especially Bobby, because he's helping me put this together. He's actually over there, just out of my room, playing Titanfall right now. As I record this, which is really cool of him. Boom. Yeah, so I'm just lighting this guy up now. I want to make sure that he didn't die, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. He's technically not my party, so I think the goal is to save Vivi. He's low on health. You can't really actually give him a potion, I don't think. I tried. So I'm just trying to knock this guy out now. So I got Steiner and Zidane ready. Well, Zidane was already doing a thief steal there. luckily he's attacking my guys, not me. So that's okay. Try to put him down now. Yeah. Turns out Vivi is the one who killed him. So we actually do get some experience. Nope, that was a boss fight. So we don't actually get. I don't know how that qualifies as a boss fight, but I don't actually think it does. But we definitely didn't get any experience. See, that's another thing that's really annoying about this game is in other FF games, you get experience from the boss fights when they have the level system. That's not the case in this one. When you fight a boss, you get a lot of AP, which helps you learn those skills that you have that you're trying to learn. And you do get a good fetch in terms of gil and items sometimes. But you don't get any experience points, so that's kind of annoying. But it is what it is. There's really not much you can do about that. That's just the way they made the game. I'm not actually sure why they did that. I just think they wanted people to grind more, to try to lengthen out the game. Because if you're getting good experience from boss fights and you use the same party, there's less incentive to grind, I guess. That's my thinking. That's my theory. I don't know. So yeah, here they have Steiner locked up because he's trying to find the princess. He's definitely not in shape to do that. And so they got him locked up in a room. They obviously don't trust him. Here, Zidane and Baku are kind of arguing. Zidane wants to go out and save the princess right now, but Baku's worried about the people that are sick now, and they're not moving until everybody's ready to go. But the princess doesn't really have that luxury of time, so Zidane is trying to figure out what's going on. The girl who left behind, ATE, basically just on Ruby here, who got left behind. Because, like I said, nobody cares about Ruby. I don't hate Ruby, but they're not really interested in her, clearly. So she sets up shop in Alexandria. Steiner's trying to figure out how to get out of here, because he wants to go save the princess. So granted, Steiner and Zidane do not like each other. They do have, you know, a common goal to try to protect the princess. And Vivi, yeah, Vivi's recovering too. So Zidane's got to kind of make a decision here on what he's going to do. Steiner's got the Garnet doll. I believe that belongs to Cinna. Yep, Cinna's looking for it now. I told you he was creepy. Nobody believed me though. Nah, I'm sure you guys believe me. Cinna's just, he's just there. He's just the extra guy. Just trying to get some of the random treasure chest stuff. And so you know, because you do have 3 or 4 people in your party for most of the time, so you always want to make sure you have enough equipment for multiple people. So I'm just trying to get every piece I can. And then I believe there's Gil up there too. Yep, I remember stupid shit like this. Yeah, so Zidane's just trying to get Vivi to help him out here. Although Vivi doesn't really want to do that. He doesn't think he's useful, but everyone else knows Vivi is useful. That's another reason people like Vivi, is he underrates himself, but at least he's not like egotistical. So better to undersell yourself than oversell yourself, I guess. Plus, isn't Vivi just so damn cute? Little black mage. I can't believe this game's barely an hour into it and they're already doing a fucking flashback. That's so weird. So weird. Yeah, I just can't believe they're doing a flashback like an hour into the game. It's kind of laughable, kind of like the animated Clerks series. In the second episode, they get locked in the freezer and they're flashing back to the first level. No, not the first level, the first movie, excuse me. Or first episode, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? So yeah, Zidane's about to bounce. Blank thinks he's a loser for doing it. You know, that Zidane's always got to play the hero. Like I said, him and Blank have that like bromance going on a little bit out of Tantulus. Blank's a character I would use, but he doesn't really have anything interesting going on in terms of like skills. He's just a thief. He doesn't have any hacking skills or, you know, all that other stuff. Napoleon Dynamite reference. So yeah, first I have to fight Baku before he'll let me leave the group. I guess it's a punishment for leaving the group, although it's his shitty decision to not let me just leave and come back. That pretty much is the same thing that happens in Final Fantasy VII. Avalanche, their group gets broken up for the most part. And your blonde main character, you know, ends up leaving the group for one reason or another. Avalanche gets killed. In this game, he wants to go save the princess, and the leader of the group doesn't approve. And we got some spectators, some of the living members of the band. Yeah, I'm trying to steal as much shit as I can because there's really nowhere for me to buy anything. So anything I can pick up, I kind of have to scavenge. Yeah, so Iron Sword. I'm pretty sure that is for Steiner, one of the Steiner swords. It's really cool. Zidane has two types of swords. He has like the dual like dagger kind of like blades. Or the long daggers anyways. Also, he has like the dual, like the two-handed like sword. Very kind of Darth Maul, I guess you could say. Like almost like a staff sword. So he has two types of them, which is cool. Like, you don't have to use the exact same weapon. They're just variants of the same weapon throughout. So I believe it's a little, I don't think he's actually slower with the other weapon. The attacks do more damage. I forget what the differences are. I don't know if the ATB is affected either way or not. There's so many characters in this game. A few of them are interesting, besides outside the main group. Baku isn't really that interesting. Very just another character, really. He's just the leader of Tantulus group. That's really it. There's really not much more you can say about him. It is tough getting into these one-on-one fights here. I actually forgot to heal myself, so he could have actually beat me there if he survived to get another hit in. So that was my mistake. I was just trying to hurry through the battle and steal things. That could be a problem because when you're stealing things, you're just trying to prolong the battle. You're not trying to prolong the battle, but you are. Well, you know, whether you want to or not. So you got to watch out for that. Especially when you're playing by yourself, or just one person in your party like I had there. Because if you do that, then you could be screwed. You'll have to reset wherever you last saved. This is back in the day before autosave, bros. The younger generation will just never know. So now we're gonna go recruit Steiner. Yeah, so you recruit Steiner, then we'll try to recruit Vivi. You don't really try, you actually, you know, it's part of the story. They join you no matter what, so. But yeah, that's what you're just trying to do, so you can get a party going on, go out, like the rescue squad. Vivi's not part of Tantulus, he's just this, I don't even know where he comes from, really. And then you got Steiner, sworn to protect the princess, so he's all about that. It's a good little trio to have. They're definitely, obviously, better than the rest of Tantulus, so it's an upgrade. And then finally, you can get out in the field and just start fighting random enemies too. I do a little bit of grinding towards the end of this video here because I just, you know, everyone starts at like such a low level. Everyone's level 1, you know, starting point. Whereas other Final Fantasies, you don't necessarily start that low. Yeah, we gotta kind of pep talk Vivi here to try to get him to come with. And then this is where Steiner mentions the fire sword. Yeah, magic sword. So basically that way, it's another ability and kind of a really an incentive to use Steiner in your party with Vivi, which I don't use, and I know I'm kind of, you know, it's a waste of the magic sword. But at the same time, I still rather have Amaret in my party once he becomes available later on. And there is Blank, your hater, just critiquing you for leaving. But he is trying to help you at the same time. Yeah, Blank is just gonna give you some of that to help with the poison thing that those plant type enemies have. Yeah, just shy into over an hour into the story. After the Evil Forest, that's where I'll really start to get going. Just get to roam around. Granted, it's open world, but it's still pretty linear. It's not like you can just go anywhere. You're kind of blocked off. You know, you have no way to air travel or anything like that, and then you're put into, you know, there's really only 2 options to go. There's I believe 1 or 2 of the gates you can go to, or attempt to go to, but they're all blocked off. So you have to go to this ice cavern in the next part. The ice cavern's a pretty interesting place. It's a good boss fight at the end of that. So yeah, I'm just trying to learn to get these skills situated. Certain players can only have certain types of armor. Obviously, Steiner needs, you know, actual like helms and certain knight armor. And then, granted, that iron sword I stole is better. I'm still trying to learn Beast Killer with the broadsword. So until I actually learn that with the broadsword, I'm not going to upgrade my weapon there. If I can get another item or equipment that has Beast Killer, maybe I'll upgrade, or maybe or the sword. I believe you have 2 pieces of equipment that have the same ability that you're learning, you learn it twice as fast, so that's cool. I don't know how Ruby got a letter to Zidane that quickly. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but, you know, whatever. It's not the end of the world, I guess. Save, damn it. Memory cards. Yeah, so with PS3 you can create memory cards for PS1 and PS2 games, since there's really obviously no slot for them. There was like an add-on for like if you wanted to carry your PS2 memory over. There's like a USB in this little thing. I actually have that. I don't know where the fuck it is though. Yay, a fight. Looking for some action. Oh yeah, goblins. This is gonna be difficult. One hit kill. One hit or quitter. Yeah, it's not enough experience to go around. But now I have, I forgot about that. I did get a goblin card from that, so now I have enough cards to fight. So the way the card thing works, if you win, you get to pick one of their cards and you get to keep it, so that's pretty cool. This is a nod to Final Fantasy VII right here. The orchestra, the song they're playing right now. This is the Shinra theme from Final Fantasy VII, the Evil Corporation from Final Fantasy VII. I got a kick out of this. Yeah, so it's the few members of Tantulus left and the band there, and the Moogle. Oh yay, fight. I'm wondering if Final Fantasy 15, granted I don't play them all, it's gonna have, they're gonna have a random encounters thing. Because honestly, I played 13, but I do not remember for the life of me if they had that. I'm pretty sure they didn't. The enemies were on screen, I could be wrong, I don't remember. See, that was that's actually a learnable skill there. The Blue Mage, Quina, she can, when they get low enough in health, she'll eat them, and then she'll learn their skill if they have one or not. There we go. Yeah, some of the enemies you run into later in the forest are really good at, they give you a decent amount of experience, and sometimes there's 4 in a party, so you actually can learn some of the skills. So that's cool. Yes, another random. Kind of need the experience, guys, so bear with me as I grind here a little bit. I guess the wolf and the goblin are friends. I'll take anything for free here. This is the way it is throughout the game, though. You only have the one thief, unlike the beginning of the game where you have all the Tantulus who are all thieves. So, try to steal as I go and then have everyone else set to kill. High potion, nice. Trying to eat Liam Neeson. I got a decent amount of money right now, so that's good. I mean, I can go buy some stuff. Once I actually get to somewhere I can buy things at, which isn't until after, not this area, the one after that, the next one. Not that one, I mean the one after that, my bad. And Kubus. That's all they ever say, the Moogles. Then they talk to you. So I get all my things filled up. So Baku is sending Blank on a little mission here. And then the plan is to meet up at Limblum. That's where their headquarters is. The other kingdom. That's very convenient, saves me from using a tent. Yeah, I found the correct Moogle, so I gave him the letter. I don't know how the Moogle got the 411 that the Queen is up to something, like that's... I guess they can get in everywhere, so maybe that's why, I'm not sure. So I got another letter. I'm pretty sure that Moggle's at the ice cavern I have to go to after this area. I'm gonna save right quick, guys. I've never actually done a Let's Play for a full game, so this is kind of cool. I hope you guys are enjoying the longer videos, because usually my videos are typically 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes. So, I know some people have been wanting me to do the longer videos, like the actual full Let's Plays, not just random like snippets of gameplay. So, we'll see how this works out. I hope, if you guys like it, you want me to keep doing more, I will. Hoping to get a few more of these uploaded, maybe in a couple weeks, but I'm glad that I'm going to be able to get 2 up pretty early. give everybody time to watch and, you know, get people interested. Hopefully more people want to watch the future ones, so that's cool. That would be cool too. Yeah, the fire sword is beast mode, especially early on, especially with all these plant type enemies. Alright, level 3 for Vivi and Steiner. They're basically on the same XP path right now, since I got them at pretty much the same time. There's something evil brewing in the evil forest. Who would have ever thought? I thought the evil forest was a safe place for mission kids. Guess I'm not fucking wrong. Still running around. Oh, what do you know? Right before I get to the fucking area, random battle. That always seems to happen. Final Fantasy players know exactly what I'm talking about or how I feel. So do Pokemon players. Oh, so he's got the jump on me. Preemptive attacks are interesting. Yeah, I keep getting like smogged or whatever, or blinded, so my attacks are gonna miss, more likely to miss. It doesn't really matter for magic though, so that's like pretty much one hit these things with that sword magic. Zidane is close to hitting level 4, not yet though. Music in this game is pretty good. Definitely gets better as it goes too. Yeah, I need the ice cream, but I only had the one, so that's gonna make coming up against the boss here a little tough. Actually should have used it on Steiner, not Vivi, because Steiner has the actual physical attacks. Vivi's pretty much all magic. This is the first real boss fight of the game. This is the boss fight music too, so that's how you know. Final Fantasy VII boss music, man, it's still fucking awesome. Sorry if I keep talking about 7 here and there. My other favorite RPG. My goal is to try to keep everybody alive here, so I gotta have one guy at least focusing on potions. Good, I stole an eye drop, so I don't want to fix that later. Oof, long day. I think I might need another coffee. It's about 5 o'clock right now when I'm filming or recording the audio. Saturday, so. Very convenient that I have a mage, like if only attack that he knows is fire. And the first 2 areas are a forest with plants, and the second one is an ice cavern with ice-related enemies, so that's convenient. Ooh, Zidane goes down. Thankfully I have a... Yeah, perfect time, Blank. We definitely need you, bro. It's good to have an extra body here. I got all fucked up when Blank came on board. Forgot who was doing what. Gotta get Zidane revived. High potion. Unlike some of my other characters like Vivi and Zidane actually has some health to him. Uh-oh. Thunder. I do find it interesting that they changed the names of like the magic names of the magic spells. In FF7 it was like Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3, and they went back to like the more traditional way, like Fire, and like Firaga or whatever the fuck the third one is. Oh, I beat you. It's a fairly easy boss fight if you know what you're doing. Actually, very easy. You just want to make sure you keep up on your health. You have somebody healing. Really nothing to it. Now we gotta escape because the forest is gonna get fucked. Yeah, she needed the potion that Blank gave Zidane. Those enemies, there's like a million of them. You can literally just keep like letting them run at you in the next section here, and I usually do that to grind up. So I do, you know, as much as I want to get through this game quick, I gotta level up too. So you know, I just wanted to make sure I can get some of the grinding going on. That's why I run right at it. I remember I actually played through the first disc a couple years back, right before I had my one of my shoulder surgeries, and I think I got to the right before the last castle that you have to go to, and I was only level 8 or something like that, something real low. Maybe not 8, maybe 14. I don't remember. I was surprised how low of a level my guys were. And I was at the end of the first disc. The first disc is fairly quick. I think you can get through it in about, if you're not speed running, I know there's a speed runners out there that can probably get through it in 2 fucking hours. I am not a speed runner. I am not trying to speed run this game. Let's keep that clear. I'm not trying to speed run any game. If I can beat a game quickly, sure, great, but I'm not trying to speed run it, because that's just, I don't understand speed running. My brother could speed run Mega Man X, I think 4, maybe a couple others, but that's not my cup of tea, man. I'm not a big fan of speedrunning. I mean, if you can do it, power to you. My buddy Damon can do it. I watched him do the Halo 4. Hopefully he's watching this video now. Shout out to you, buddy. But yeah, I just get more enjoyment if I can take my time with the game, you know. That's why I don't typically beat a lot of my games very quickly. Like Assassin's Creed 4, I had that on Xbox One, and I didn't beat that game till maybe August, maybe September, you know. Yeah, I mean, that game was out almost a year, you know. I think it speaks highly of the game, Final Fantasy IX, though, that I want to play it, you know, 14 years later. You know, I played through it a number of times. It was easier to play through back on the PS2 era as well, because, you know, PS2 was 100% compatible with PS1 games, and I do have the PS3 that plays PS1 games, but, and I'm a big fan of backwards compatibility, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, eventually you just kind of want to stay with the modern times. You know, I like playing my modern games, you know, that are up to date, and then they do make it harder to do backwards compatibility, so you're a little less and less interested in going back to play. Especially with all these great titles out now, you know, Grand Theft Auto 5 and, you know, Far Cry and Master Chief Collection, you know, Titanfall Destiny, you know, yada yada yada, the list goes on and on. So I'm just smoking these enemies right here just to get some experience. Everybody's got a pretty good attack here, so it kind of goes quick, quick, quick. Yeah, so you gotta escape the forest because all these little creatures are running out of here. When we apparently killed that, when we killed that boss, he definitely upset the balance of this forest. I don't know specifically how, but I'm assuming it was like a queen bee type situation where the hive doesn't really exist without it. It kind of makes the most sense to me. Yeah, another 4 enemies here. We'll just run through them as quick as possible. I'm not even going to try to steal. I don't really care what they give me. It's probably just potions and other random items like that. Boom. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how much health they have. Obviously it's less than 50 or 50. Wow. Blanket had a nice hit there, way higher than Zidane. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use an ether on Vivi. I'm gonna want to keep doing this because he's running low on magic points, MP as you would call it. Boom, another 50. Yeah, I think it makes sense that they don't have blank in the another card there. Cool. They don't have blank in the main party. Way too similar to Zidane. All the thieves are, you know, they just suck. I don't know why Zidane would stop. I wouldn't really say the forest is coming after us. They're just trying to escape. This is easily one of the coolest scenes, cutscenes in the game. I'm gonna let it play out. Yeah, so Blank sacrificed himself for the group. He got petrified, trying to escape the forest. That's what happened. I don't know, that the Queen Bee enemy boss thing there set off a chain reaction. The whole forest got petrified. That's why they were all running out. They weren't running after them. They were running out of the forest. None of them escaped though, but all your guys do. Interesting. So Steiner's trying to give himself all the credit when Vivi's black magic and Zidane's sword did most of the work. I give Steiner credit where credit's due. He helped too. They saved the princess, and Steiner helped. Zidane is trying to play nice, but you know, Steiner of course doesn't want to. Steiner wants to get the princess back to the kingdom. Zidane has other plans, obviously. They're trying to get her out of there. Yeah, the two gates out there, north and south gate, they have those sealed off. So essentially, we're gonna have to go through the ice caverns. You can go to those locations to pick up a few items and stuff, but there's really not much else you can do there. I may end up just stopping there while I grind on part 3. Just to see what I can grab for items. I'm pretty sure there's a rare item there I'd like to grab. And I don't want to directly go to the ice cavern. Although I do like the ice cavern. I prefer the evil forest. I think that's just a cooler spot. But the ice cavern's interesting too. Garnet and Zidane are talking about blank. But there's nothing you can do right now for the poor guy. Yeah, they're trying to get to the ice caverns to get above the mist. That was the map that Blank threw at Zidane. Yeah, luckily Baku and the rest of Tantulus and the band escaped. They were leaving before all this happened, so they should be all set. Another ATE. This is what the moggles to show you, like, if you're new to the game, how to do things. I obviously don't need to fucking do this, playing this game a dozen times. I'm all good with that. Yeah. Don't mind Bobby in the background. He's having some Titanfall problems. Hang in there, Bobby. Well, guys, that's the end of part 2. I do really appreciate you guys watching me do the playthrough. I hope the video on demand thing is a lot easier than Twitch streaming it, you know. So now I'm out in the open world, so I'm just gonna save here, and then, you know, I'll film part 3 in the near future. I want everyone to have a chance to check out the first 2 parts too. I don't want to put them all up in one go. I don't burn myself out on either, because I do record the audio separately from the video. It's easier that way for me. So again, guys, thank you for watching part 1 and part 2, and I hope you really enjoy the playthrough. I will have more in the near future. So again, hit me up. Take care, everybody.